Hey, welcome to SarBuilds. This is going to be a tutorial on a pretty simple starter house that is going to be able to be upgraded as you go along. You'll just have to modify the roof and play with the roof and change the height and whatever you need. So I've laid out the basic footprint of the building, and I will show a graphic of what each row are, or you could pause it here and count them for yourself, but I'll make it easy for you. This doesn't really matter in the scheme of the build. I just wanted to just to show it so you can see what I'm doing. I'll also count out as I'm building. The palette that I'm going to use for this is one of my favorite schemes palettes. I like to use the Deep Slate. It's another one of the new blocks in 1.117. It's one of my favorite blocks now, so I use it all over the place. And then I really like the dark oak planks. Bruce is also similar. And then I'm going to use the deep slate brick stairs as my roof. So I like the deep, darker colors. You can use whatever you want for this for color-wise. It doesn't really matter. That's what we're going to be using, so bring that over here. Okay, to start, what I always do, in this, we have a deck. So we're going to have a deck out in here where it's kind of like a nice walkway. So what you want to do is build this up. So this row is going to be 8. Okay. And this way is going to be 10. And when I'm doing this, I'm counting this block right here twice. So this is 8 here. Okay. And then 10 this way. So counting that block twice. And I'm going to do that for every intersection. So this is going to be 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is also 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. This is going to be 13. And this is going to be 15 across the back here. Like that. Okay. Looks like I misplaced that guy, so we'll just there we go. Place it with that. Okay, so this is going to be it's kind of like the foundation of the building. So what we're going to do in here is put in a new floor. And then you won't have to dig out this grass unless you want a basement. If you want a basement, you can absolutely do that. But for now, there's our first layer of the home. And now I'm going to grab, this is going to be the main wall of the building. So we're going to just go along here. And when I do my buildings, I usually do them solid, as in like I don't do any windows. I always go back later in the build and put in windows when I'm playing in survival, because then I for whatever reason I think that glass panes, these guys, are more expensive than the planks, which I guess they are. You have to cook them and whatnot. But anyways, I always go when I build my homes, I always go 3 spaces on the inside. So I'll just display that real quick here on this corner wall. Okay, so when you're standing in here, I'm just going to use this dirt for the floor, just for an illustration. So this is our finished floor, and I'm going to have 1, 2, 3. This is our like living space, and then this block is going to be our. It serves as like a place for the roof to hang on, so it's going to be like this. Okay. And then let's just finish out building these. Okay, here is our foundation and walls up. So now the next step is going to be to build a roof. So when you're building in Minecraft, you have a couple of different options for a basic roof type. So if I'm not going to do anything super fancy with this build, I'm going to show you here on the left the 3 different types that we can build with this footprint. So the first one, this is called a hipped roof. So you can see that there's blocks and clutter, I guess, all the way around. All the way around the whole deal. It's all the same. It's super simple to make. You're just laying down blocks like in a row like this, and then you're just finding the corners and you're filling it in like that. That's all that a hip roof is. This is an odd gable. So you go and just lay your stairs across the side of your building, and then you go in and you go up one like that, and then you can't do another stair like that, well, you could, I guess, do whatever you want. That's actually a little different design there, but I'll show you that at some point. So yeah, you can do it like this, and then sometimes when I end up like this, I put some half slabs up here. And that helps to prevent mobs from spawning if you're in your survival world. And my favorite, the look that I like to go for the most, is when you have an even number in here. So we have 3 in this one, and we have 4 in this one across. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Same design as this, where you're putting your stairs across the. This would be the 4th block up in our case, and then you're just sticking the stairs to the outside, and then one on top, and then here, it's just a regular old full block. So in our case, we're going to use the deep slate bricks. That's all it is. And then when you have a big enough roof and you get into it, I like this because you have a space in here. You can run your redstone wiring up top here and have some lights up there in your ceiling. It looks really cool. So those are the 3 options that we have. I'm gonna go with this option, and I'll show you the start of it here. Sometimes it makes it easier to go. I don't know if I mentioned what these are called. So these are gabled ends. So that's what that is. And the gables, when it's bigger like this is how it makes it easier when you're on survival to build it when you can't fly around. Just go, I'm gonna pretend I'm in survival, right? I've climbed up to my building. I lay the first line of blocks down. You're gonna go 1 in and 1 up. Fill this in. On the mirrored side, you're gonna go 1 in and 1 up. And then you're gonna do that again. So now we're at the top. That's all of the higher that this roof is going to be, which is great. We don't need it to be any higher. And then you're gonna grab your stairs. Oop, not like that. Grab your stairs. And I'm just going to fill this in. I'm not going to finish the whole roof with you right here, because that would be incredibly boring for you to watch me just right click. And there you go. And I always come out one more stairs with whatever stairs I'm using on this side, because I like the look of the overhang on this end, and I think it looks good on this from the ground too. And then another thing that I've started to do is do this. I've found a lot of good builders will go underneath. This is extra resources, of course, and they will do like that on the underside of the overhangs, and that just gives it a little bit more of a finished, thicker look, and I like that look. So that's what I'll do on the rest of this building. So what happens at this part, I'm gonna also do a gable here. So I'll do that real quickly, and just illustrate what this meeting is going to look like right here. Okay, so these stairs are going to go all the way across, right? And we're also going to have these guys down here, and it's real simple. All you got to do is just continue following it along there. There's nothing super special that goes into having the 2 gables meet in this case. So I'm going to finish up the rest of the roof, and I'll bring you back when I have that done. All right, so we got the roof all done. Just do a quick flyby here. So we have our gables on either end, and when you have 2 gables, they can come together and kind of make a hip roof looking thing on this side. So that's what I decided to do, just to show off that just because you picked one doesn't mean that you're stuck with it. One roof type, I mean. They kind of can go together, and they can look pretty good together. So now what we get to do is, first of all, change our game mode to creative. So my plan for this house is to have the entryway right here. Of course, you could do the entryway right there. You can do it wherever you want, but in our build, this is where it's going to go. So this is going to be the outside deck, and you can make this deck as big as you want or as little as you want. You could exclude it if you want and just put a door down there. Whatever you want to do. This is your build. And of course, we're going to want some stairs. So let's go ahead and go like that. What do you think about that? I don't really like that very much. So let's go over here and let's go stairs. And we're going to grab the oak that matches with the slabs. And that's a little bit better, I think. And let's go down here because, decks aren't exploding. They need some support. What is this, Minecraft? So let's put that down. And now the railing, you can use all sorts of different things. I really like the glass pane look for railings. I'll just display that quick here, like so. The problem is, what I don't like is this. So for, I can put that over there. It looks kind of weird. It just kind of gets cut off. So when I do this, I usually like to have a solid block here, but I'm not going to do that in this case. So instead, we're just going to use some fence and some, what are they called? Gates? Fence and gates. I'm going to use a dark oak in this case because that's the outside of my building. And I just recently learned about this neat trick. You can start here with this is the gate, and do fence, gate, and let's see. Oh, I did it backwards. Start with the fence, but you're still gonna alternate them. Fence, gate, boom, boom. Oops. Like so, and it makes this kind of, oh, I don't know. I just really like the pattern. For contrast, this is what it looks like with just the fence. Well, I do like this. I think it's pretty neat. I like the alternating railings more. So that's what we're going to go with. I started with the fence on this side, so we're going to want to finish with the fence on this side. We'll leave it like that. I think that's okay for now. All right. So now we're going to walk up and we're going to put our doorway in. I am going to make it a straight shot because that's what I'm going to do. You could put it over here. You can put it wherever you want. Again, this is your build. Do what you want to do with it. And then let's go ahead and put in a floor so we have a finished floor. And I think I'm going to go with try and find a lighter color for the floor. And the reason I want a lighter color, I think I'm going to just do a diorite. The reason I want a lighter color is because this space is pretty dark. Obviously, because we don't have torches in here. We can grab some torches first. We'll just light it up real quick. The space is really dark, and when you have dark spaces in there, it feels tight, feels small, feels claustrophobic, and we don't want that. So by using a lighter color on the floor, it's just gonna feel better. Okay? And again, you don't have to use diorite. Let's get rid of this extra dirt. And I'm gonna use slabs here because it's cheaper. Well, nowadays we have that stone cutter. Well, back in my day, we didn't have a stone cutter, and we had to make slabs, so it was cheaper to make the slabs than to just fill in with solid blocks. And in this case, I'm not going to build a basement. Sometimes when you build the stairs, the slabs make it look weird. You can see underneath, and you have to kind of fill it in. It's not that big a deal, but something to keep in mind. So you can see now, this feels so much better that we have this light floor in here. It's kind of wild. You could also put down carpet if you like carpet instead, but I didn't. So now here's another option you get to have. We're gonna go with slabs again, and I think let's pick the regular old oak slab. Now you can leave the ceiling off. You can leave it just like this, right? Looks pretty good. Or you can finish the building off a little bit by placing the slabs up to cover it up. You want to place it on this case is like the roof block that we have, because if you place it down here, over here, I'm going to probably do like a kitchen build or something like that. If I want to put anything on the walls, then I have this weird gap, and I don't really like that gap. So that's the reason why I'm going on that block. Again, you can do it however you want. And this oak and the dark oak, I don't know if they really go together. I like that they're both oak. They have that same texture. But it does get kind of boring. So feel free to change it up and show me what you make. Show me what you come up with your palettes. Of course, this is just going to be basic. It's going to be simple for your survival world. But show me what you come up with. You could run this building, you know, it could be a farmhouse for whatever you do. So, yes, let me know what pallets you like, what pallets you use. Send me pictures too. That'd be cool. And so now I'm going to put the windows in. So, of course, walk up. I like to look at windows from both the inside and the outside on buildings. So, we're going to go, I like to make it even as well. So, I'm going to pretend this is the end of the wall, right? Because we have the door here. So, I'm going to go at least one in, and I'm going to go at least one in from this side. And I'm going to go 2 by 4. All right. A nice big window here. We can walk up, say hi to whoever's living with us as we get home. Okay, and we got a nice view looking out there. Looks great. And then on this wall, let's go. We're gonna go in. So this is kind of tricky, depending on how you want to do it. So we have a pillar, I guess, on the other side of this kitty corner right here, right? So let's go ahead and I'm gonna go one in from this wall. And we're just gonna see how this looks. See what we think. That's all right. So, but one thing we can do is put another set of windows on this wall, and then we have a mimic. So that's going to be 2. Let's go over here, and we'll knock 2 out on this side. See, now we're running into this. This is kind of what I was worried about. So now we're looking into this corner piece, which it's kind of weird. I'm just gonna say, let's go with it. Okay, that's 3. Let's put this one at 3, and then let's skip a few. So we have a nice 3 in the middle here. So we got 2 on either side and then a 3 in the middle. We'll put it in there like that, and there you go. And let's fill this in with windows. If you want to go down to the floor with the window, you absolutely can do that. I just don't. I like to put stuff under my windows, like shelving type things, and that's why I'm leaving the space. Okay. And that's going to be the very basics of the house. It's nothing fancy. It's not crazy. Oh, see, so now looking at here, I kind of want, look at this. So I totally just ignored all these walls. So let's go back inside. It looks like the sun's going down, so that'll be okay, I guess. And let's put this window on the other wall. So we got 2 here. Let's go across. One like that, and then that's across. Yep. Okay, like so. Nice big window on this wall here. And I have a plan for what I want to do in this space. So I'm going to only put windows up high. And we'll do it like that. Okay. So that's going to be that. Now what I like to do is come back through, and the timing of the sun going down is pretty good. I like to replace the torches that I just kind of threw in here. So I always feel like these spaces are just asking for lighting up. Torches right here. Look at that. They fit in there very nicely. Now, because it's the beginner house, that you have to use torches, obviously. You don't have to. We're going to use torches because it's beginner house. They don't look the greatest, but that's what we have for now. This is going to be lit up out here as well. I always kind of like just a little porch light out here too. Let's see if we can plop that on. We can. I don't want it in the middle. So we're going to put it right there. And that'll be the beginnings of our little starter home. If you want to see the inside design that I'm going to do, you have to come back for part 2. That'll be coming out shortly. Spectator, gotta learn how to spell. Yeah, and I'll just show you what my thoughts were for the inside of the build. Like I said before, you don't have to do exactly how I do it. Do it how you want. Make it your own. And I hope to see you on that one. Thanks for hanging out with me and checking out this beginner starter house for your survivor world. I hope to see you on the interior, and I hope to see you on the next SarBuilds. Have a great rest of your day.